Hello students. Today's session we are going to see about the resistivity or specific resistance. According to the Ohm's law, in a same physical condition, flow of current through the conductor is directly proportional to applied potential difference. Okay, that is R is equal to V upon R. In the same physical condition. If the physical condition means what? Area, length, temperature changes, then the resistance will be changed. So, how the resistance will depends upon the resistance of the conductor is directly proportional to length of the conductor and inversely proportional to area of the conductor and inversely proportional to area of the conductor. That's why R is equal to L, R is proportional to L upon A. So R is equal to rho L upon A, where rho is the constant. That constant is called resistivity or specific resistance. Specific resistance of material. It is also called specific resistance of the material. So, what is the formula for the specific resistance or resistivity of the material? Rho is equal to RA upon L. So, rho is equal to RA upon L. So, SI unit you will get here. SI unit is, what is the SI unit? Resistance is ohm meter square upon meter, that means ohm meter. SI unit of specific resistance of material is ohm meter. So, specific resistance is constant for unit cross sectional area and unit length. Whatever the resistance of material we will get, that is nothing but the specific resistance of that material. Okay. So, next we are going to see about the variation of resistance with temperature. Next physical condition is temperature. The resistance will be changed according to the change in temperature. So, let us consider a graph. We will see here a graph. In that graph, if you draw the graph with respect to the temperature and measure the resistance, you will get the linear graph. If I consider the temperature in Kelvin on the x-axis and on y-axis, that is resistivity or resistance of the material. Resistivity is there means it is ohm meter and resistance is there means ohm. You will get 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on, and temperature 0, 0 here at the, okay, here 200, 400 and 500, 600 and this in Kelvin it is. If you draw the graph, you will get the resistance. Initial temperature is, if you consider the 0 degree Celsius or 0 Kelvin, then you will get the linear graph. That linear graph, the ratio of the resistance and temperature that you will get here, that change in resistance. Initial temperature T0 is equal to 0 degree Celsius or 0 Kelvin or 0 degree. Initial temperature is 0 degree Celsius or 0 Kelvin. I am going to consider this is initial temperature and this is at that temperature initial resistance is R0. If you measure the resistance at a certain value R, I am going to measure the resistance at a certain value R, that the temperature at that temperature will be changed. You have to consider that temperature is T, at temperature T the resistance is R, that is R is the final resistance, T is the final temperature. Okay. So, change in resistance R minus R0 is proportional to initial resistance resistance R0 and change in temperature T minus T0. That gives R minus R0 or rho minus rho 0, specific, consider the specific resistance rho minus rho 0 is equal to that constant we have to substitute. That constant is nothing but the temperature coefficient of resistance R0 into T minus T0. The same thing I can write like this also. Rho minus rho 0 is equal to constant into rho 0 into T minus T0. R is resistance is nothing but specific resistance is nothing but the resistance of that material, right? That's what. So this is the equation for finding the change in resistance. Okay. So what is this constant? This constant, whatever the constant I am getting here, that constant is called as temperature coefficient. Temperature coefficient of resistance of material. So temperature coefficient of material we can find out using the formula alpha is equal to, alpha is the temperature coefficient, is equal to what? R minus R0 upon R0 into T minus T0. So we can write it as rho minus rho 0 upon rho 0 into T minus T0. So from this we can define the temperature coefficient. How we can define the temperature coefficient? Temperature coefficient is the change in resistors or change in specific resistance of resistor per initial resistor at a particular temperature and per change in temperature. Okay, R minus R0. So what is the SI unit of this temperature coefficient? That is ohm get cancelled. Per degree Celsius, SI unit is of temperature coefficient is what? Per degree Celsius or per degree Kelvin. Okay, this is about the variation of variation of resistance or specific resistance with temperature. Or the same question they will ask, explain the temperature coefficient. Okay. Next we are going to see about the electric EMF, electromotive force. Electromotive force, EMF. Electromotive force. It is also called EMF, electromotive force. Electromotive force is nothing but the energy supplied by the source to move the charge in the circuit or a conductor. Let us consider a circuit having the source is either any dry cell or any chemical cell, whatever may be the sources, generator, okay, the cell. These are the EMF devices. All the cells, batteries are the EMF devices. Okay, when this cell provides the energy, whatever the energy provided by the cell to move the charge in the circuit is called EMF of the cell. So EMF of the cell is nothing but the energy provided to move the charge in the circuit, means to move the charge in circuit. That means if the charge moves in the circuit, if the charge moves through the conductor, then there is a work done. So we can give the EMF is a small charge moves in the circuit. Then we can give that EMF is equal to, EMF is the work done. It is the energy, means it is the work done to move the small charge, the small work done by the charge. This is given by the, okay, so what is the SI unit of the EMF? What is the SI unit? Work is in joule per coulomb. Okay, joule per coulomb is the SI unit. This is about the EMF. So EMF is equal to dW upon dQ. Each and every cell having its own resistance. Each and every cell is having its own resistance. That resistance is internal resistance. Small resistance, that resistance is internal resistance. So EMF is always represented by the letter E, and the voltage across the resistance is called the terminal potential difference. Terminal potential difference, or it is represented by letter V. How to find out? So that's why E is equal to, what you will get here, E is equal to the same current flows through the external resistance as well as internal resistance. That's why I can write as, that is, the voltage across the external resistance is V plus the current flows through the small internal resistance also I into R. Okay, that's why you will get here EMF E is equal to IR. E is nothing but IR plus R into R. So E is equal to I into R plus R. So instead of that V is equal to, if you have to find out the terminal potential difference, V is equal to E minus IR is the another equation. Or the same thing, we can find out the current flowing through the circuit. I is equal to EMF E upon R plus small r. These are the equation to find out the terminal potential difference, EMF, and current flowing through the circuit. Okay, this is about the electromotive force. Some examples we will see that from the textbook. Example number, I think, what is the example? Okay. Example in question number 4, that is question number 4, second example, from the exercise, question number 4, second example, second or third, it is third example. The battery of EMF 12 volt and internal resistance of 3 ohm connected to a resistor. If a current in the circuit is 0.5 ampere, calculate the resistance of the resistor, calculate the terminal potential of the resistor. So for that you have to draw the diagram first. What is the diagram here? The external resistance R is there, and there is a battery with internal resistance. Okay, internal resistance, and the current flowing through the R. That current flowing through is 0.5 ampere. R you have to find out here. Okay, EMF is what? EMF is, that is E is equal to, how much it is given? 12 volt. Internal resistance is given 3 ohm. Okay, internal resistance. So you have to find out R. First equation, R you have to find out. For that, what is the equation? E is equal to IR plus I into small r. Just we have observed that is 12 volt is equal to I is 0.5. Okay, 0.5 into R plus 0.5 into 3. That is 0.5 into R is equal to 12 minus 1.5. That you will get here. R is equal to, I think, 10.5 divided by 0.5, that is equal to 221 ohm. R is equal to 21 ohm. This is the first answer. Second answer is B. Calculate the terminal potential voltage. So V you have to find out. In second question, you have to find out V is equal to question. V is nothing but R into R. So R is 0.5 ohm, R is 21 ohm. That you will get how much multiplication? That is 5. Okay, 10 point. Is it 10.5 volt? Unity is volt. Volt potential difference. Potential difference V is equal to 10.5 volt. Okay. You can try the second question also. Okay. And remaining question, whatever the possible that you can try from the book. Thank you.